Hey everyone, welcome back to The No Niche. Every week we explore a brand new topic, and today we're tackling one of life's biggest questions. What actually makes us happy? Not just temporary good moods, but real, lasting happiness. Scientists have spent decades studying this through positive psychology, and what they've discovered is surprisingly practical. Happiness isn't purely luck or money, it's something we can understand and actively build. In this episode, we'll look at the science, bust some myths, and share simple habits that actually work. By the end, you'll have tools to improve your daily well-being. Let's get started. Scientifically, happiness comes in two main forms. Hedonic happiness is about pleasure and avoiding pain in the moment. Eudaimonic happiness comes from living a meaningful life with purpose and growth. Research shows the happiest people have a good balance of both. Our genes influence roughly 50% of our baseline happiness. Life circumstances like wealth or health account for only about 10%, and the remaining 40% depends on our daily thoughts and actions. This 40% is where real change is possible. Understanding this gives us hope and control over our own well-being. Our brains have special chemicals that drive happiness. Dopamine gives us motivation and pleasure from rewards. Serotonin helps stabilize mood and creates feelings of contentment. Oxytocin, often called the love hormone, builds trust and connection. Endorphins reduce pain and create feelings of euphoria. Everyday activities like exercise, laughing with friends, eating dark chocolate, or helping someone can naturally boost these chemicals. Learning how they work lets us make smarter choices that support our mood instead of relying on short-term fixes. One of the most encouraging discoveries in happiness science is the 40% rule. Research suggests that about 50% of our happiness level is determined by genetics, only 10% by our life circumstances like income or job, and a huge 40% comes from our intentional daily actions and mindset. This means we have far more influence over our happiness than most people realize. By focusing on gratitude, relationships, and meaningful activities, we can significantly raise our overall well-being. It's a powerful reminder that small, consistent choices really matter. Two of the strongest drivers of happiness are gratitude and strong relationships. People who regularly practice gratitude by writing down things they're thankful for report higher life satisfaction and fewer negative emotions. Strong social connections provide support during tough times and amplify joy during good ones. Even small acts of kindness toward others boost our own happiness levels. These elements consistently rank higher than wealth or success in long-term studies. Investing time in people and appreciation is one of the smartest things we can do for our well-being. Experiencing flow, being completely absorbed in a challenging but enjoyable activity, is one of the most reliable paths to happiness. Time flies, self-consciousness disappears, and we feel deeply satisfied. Having a sense of purpose or meaning in life also strongly predicts long-term happiness. People who feel their actions matter tend to be more resilient during difficult times. Whether through work, hobbies, volunteering, or creative pursuits, finding activities that challenge you while using your strengths can bring profound fulfillment and joy. Money and happiness have a complex relationship. Having enough to cover basic needs like housing, food, and safety greatly improves happiness. After that point, extra money has much smaller effects. What matters more is how we spend it. Spending on experiences with others, time-saving services, or helping people tends to bring more joy than buying material goods. The key takeaway is that financial security helps, but chasing endless wealth rarely leads to lasting happiness. Focusing on meaningful use of money is far more effective. Science has identified several daily habits that reliably increase happiness. Regular physical exercise is incredibly powerful. Practicing gratitude, getting consistent good sleep, spending time in nature, and performing small acts of kindness all make a real difference. Mindfulness and meditation help reduce stress and increase awareness of positive moments. The secret is consistency rather than intensity. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day of these habits can lead to noticeable improvements in mood and life satisfaction over time. There are several common myths about happiness. More money doesn't keep making you happier once basic needs are met. Constant positivity can actually be unhealthy. Accepting negative emotions is part of a balanced life. Success and fame often bring their own challenges, and the belief that happiness means having no problems is simply unrealistic. True happiness comes from learning to navigate life's difficulties with resilience, strong relationships, and meaningful activities, rather than avoiding all discomfort. So, How do you actually apply all this science? Start small. Pick 1 or 2 habits like daily gratitude or short exercise and stick with them. Track your mood for a couple of weeks to see what works best for you. Focus on building strong relationships and doing things that give you a sense of meaning. Be patient with yourself. Happiness is a skill that improves with practice. The goal isn't to feel happy all the time, but to increase your overall sense of well-being and resilience. So that's the science of happiness. It's not about chasing constant joy, but building a life filled with meaning, connection, and good daily habits. Small, consistent actions really do add up over time. Thanks for learning with me on The No Niche. If you enjoyed this episode, drop a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what topic you want next week. Also check out my other channel, Neurodivergent for Noobs, link in the description. Stay curious, be kind to yourself and others, and I'll see you in the next episode.